right.
All right. Good
All
luck.
right.
We
Good
got
luck.
we got purple stake, yellow deck officially starting. DrSpectred, Edzy TTV, the absolute rivals from season 1. Neither of them dropped a map or a round until they played each other. When Edzy swept DrSpectred in spectacular fashion to end the season and secure first place last year. This time, DrSpectred comes in first place. Needs a sweep to hold off Bean. If Doc wins this game, it does open up an opportunity for Bean to pass them up in first place in the Bloodstone division. Purple Snake really has been Edzy's game this time around. I think Edzy wants to play on the hardest difficulty possible, but doesn't want to deal with the randomness of the perishable tag specifically. Rental is whatever, but when perishables get desynced, you can really lose a game because if your opponent skips and then doesn't get perishable on a blueprint, but your blueprint is perishable, it really can throw off the balance of the match. And I think Edzy rather not deal with that randomness. They believe in their skills to win consistently. Right away, a gold blue seal is fantastic, even in multiplayer. First of all, again, it's purple stake. You need to get your hand levels up just to pass the blinds. But B, oftentimes hand levels are the difference in the match when things are so similar between two competitors. But a Chad and a Sock, what an insane start. I don't think our players are going to have any problem securing Econ in this game. That'll be interesting. I could see Doc passing up on the Eternal Chad, but they do grab it. And I do think the vanilla Chad, just for reference, in ranked multiplayer, Chad actually has a slightly different effect. But in vanilla, Chad is just too good at doing everything. It can generate utility with 8-ball or lucky cards getting you money or business cards. It just works with so many things. Plus is a scoring joker with Glass, Idol, Bloodstone, Ancient. So I think with this early shop, we've decided there's no way this is going to be a Mine Baron run. We are already on the path of Glass, again, Ancient, Idol, Bloodstone type things to score us points. Both these players have the gold blue seal, both of them going with flushes. I mean, it is a dead set tie at this moment. These two playing almost exactly the same. Doc with a couple more dollars because of not having the fish as far. And then a cryptid. Very interesting. I wouldn't be shocked to hit the sigil instead if there's nothing you want to cryptid. I think it's worth it, maybe the cryptid, the jacks, and then we could start playing 4 or 5 of a kind early with the blue seal and get levels on it. But because we're on purple stake, it is harder to pass the blinds. I think both of these players just want to get flushes reliably, level up that flush, and have that kind of be the base hand to beat the blinds. And we're seeing the exact same thing on both sides. The only difference... nope, no difference. Again, these two playing exactly the same. This is... yeah, it's a very fun seed. There's been a lot of things you can do, and we get that business card early. So this is going to be a purple stake game that plays very close to white stake because there's going to be so much money available with the Sock, the Chad, and the business card. And then Edzy here, hermited into a fool for another hermit. Let's see what Doc gets here. They are going to get the hermit. They're going to have a little bit more money. Again, I guess that's the only difference between these two right now is Doc has slightly more cash. We see Edzy pick up the juggler to see more face cards, the business card, obviously, to generate that revenue. We'll see if Doc goes ahead and fools the hermit. They do. And now are they going to gold a card or use temperance? Again, watch out for Edzy. I think they're going to make everything spades at this point. They already have a lot of spade cards, not a lot of spade face cards, but they're holding on to that world and that levers to help out. For Edzy, it's going to be just playing as many face cards as humanly possible. Doc going ahead and using that hermit. I did miss, did Doc use the gold card? They did. They put it on the King of Spades. I like that play. I do think a hit the road could be a really interesting decision here for Doc, and they are going to grab it. That could be the difference in the first PvP, and it's kind of the first difference we've seen between these two competitors. Doc also missing the juggler as they did not roll one deeper. I do like the play here from Edzy to roll one deeper, and that is because, yes, you go under interest, but you're going to get back above interest with the business card in the middle of the round. I think that was a safe play by Edzy, and I think Doc was being maybe a tad stingy there not to just reroll one time. That juggler obviously helps you also see your face cards to generate the economic value. But again, big thing here, Really, the only difference so far in how these two have played it, hit the road on Doc's side, which means in the PvP we can have times 2, times 2.5. I mean, technically even times 3 on our score. And right now, if that's the only difference, that likely means it's going to lean Doc at this moment, at this juncture in the game. Interesting, Doc here not going to just play the king. I'm really surprised by that. Because you could just play the king there to generate money, but they decided not to. I'm going to be honest, I'm not positive why Doc didn't play the high card king when you have Sock and Chad. That's 3 triggers of the 2. Ooh, a purple seal. Both these players are going to immediately grab that. Fantastic choice. And then an eternal mail-in rebate. This is maybe one of the few seeds you pass that up on. And then it's a naked mail-in rebate. And the reason you pass up on it is because you already have so much money. With the business card, you don't need the eternal mail-in. Now, this could be huge because mail-in rebate still, even with the Chad Sock business card build, is valuable. Does Doc get baited by the eternal mail-in? I would honestly say that would be almost GG's. That's how big of a difference it would be between these two players. The fact that Edzy can, in the future, get rid of that mail-in rebate once they get enough value out of it. And Doc's going to be... is not going to see it because, once again, they are not going to re-roll. And once again, Edzy's taking the idea that, hey, I'm going to be able to generate my interest back in the middle of the blind with the business card with the mail-in that they saw from rolling. And I really do agree with this strategy from Edzy. I also, again, am really surprised that Doc didn't get full value out of the business card in that small blind. Oh no, Political's hating us with the copy pastas in the chat. Political, you're going to start having to reply to the YouTube VOD so they can see your artwork. Although, Political, I do believe, has been banned from several Major League Balatro Twitch chats with their copy pastas, so I'll also be a little bit more careful. Anyway, from that aside note, Doc gain another Jupiter here, gain some money from the gold cards. But again, it's quite, I want to say like 4 or 5 rerolls behind where Edzy is. So we look at the total spent. Edzy already at 86, Doc only at 67. And yes, Doc has more money in the bank, but we'll see what that leads to. Now, Edzy almost in a little bit of a pickle here. Do they play the flush house to unlock it? Do they just play a flush to get another level there? I think Edzy's going to try and just fish for that singular jack. Because if they can, they could get a level in flush house, which would be huge. And here's the huge decision for Doc on that right side. They do skip it. They do get rewarded with the quote-unquote naked mail-in rebate. And Edzy's going to decide that they don't want the scoring, that they're going to go for more money and unlocking flush house right away. So Edzy exits this blind with $46, not that far behind Doc. Doc down to 20 here is going to enter in with a lovers and a tower. Now, it is highly likely that Doc could maybe still get a flush house. I think Doc's going to be focused on discarding those jacks and maybe spamming flushes. We'll see if that works out for them. And Edzy's going to see quite a bit deeper into this shop. Found themselves a death card. Really great card. I think you could use that on the purple seal and you can start really generating the tarots early on in this game. The 2-pair Joker really is only going to help for the flush house specifically versus Swashbuckler here at +9 will help consistently with every hand that Edzy does play in this PvP. Also interesting, Edzy holding on that star. Obviously, they used the lovers that Doc is currently holding on to. And we're going to enter the blind and perfectly in sync. Shout out Twitch for adding the rewind feature so it can perfectly sync VODs. Or
good
live streams.
Back, honestly.
Hey, wait. Listen to them.
Yeah.
Why did you say it like that?
I'm trying to figure out what move I want to make here. And I think that's a decent move. We should do that probably. Okay. And then I might be able to do one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that's not terrible.
It's definitely not terrible. It's going to score pretty well at that times too. But here
Okay.
is the flush house that is going to kind of blow Doc out of the water, if I'm honest, and still has the death card
Yeah.
for the purple seal. Well, a few more flushes for Doc. Are they going to search for the
I
jacks, or are they
think
going to
that means
discard
I'm
this?
trying to do. I think that means I'm trying to do this.
Doc going to go ahead and play that. Edzy getting quite a bit of value, and then finds the purple seal for a possible death target. But I feel like Edzy's kind of
That's
holding on to the death to see if they need to make another
different.
hand to score big. Oh, I guess Edzy's not going to death the purple seal. Surprising. Doc kind of missing their draw there. I think they're looking for a flush. Didn't really get it.
All right. Action to me. Let's hit him with one of those.
This is a multiple of 3 now with a couple more jacks that Doc did draw, and it's not gonna be enough. So economic
See you in a
difference
bit.
favoring Edzy so far, 126 to 99, and we'll move on from here. To answer a chatter's question, do the jokers always end up the same? You're going to see similar joker setups in a lot of Major League Balatro games. The higher stake you go, the more variety you're going to see because you need to take more jokers to stay alive. But the matter of the fact is they're objectively good jokers in every version of Balatro, including traditional vanilla single-player Balatro. And you're going to see those jokers more because they're better. And that includes stuff like Chad, Sock, Mail, and Rebate. Eternal Photograph. Now, is that good enough on such a juicy seed, if you will, with so much money available between a Mail and Rebate and a business card? Do you want Eternal Photograph, or is it possible that you're going to run into too many good things and you're going to regret it? Well, both players grab it, and both players now have Eternal Photo and Eternal Chad, which means they're stuck with it. But that also means that neither player is going to have a short-term or long-term advantage in that matter. And what I mean by that is, with so much of money available to you, there is a chance that while Photograph is very good, we roll into a Dusk, a Seltzer, and an Idol, or a Dusk, an Idol, and a Blueprint. And now you don't have space for everything necessarily with that Eternal Photo and the Eternal Chat, but I do think it is just too good on vanilla to pass up even in their Eternal forms. There's not much you're looking to be better than Photo Chat. Edzy here just absolutely printing money between the business card and the mail and rebate, but Doc doing a much, I'm not going to say better job. I imagine Doc maybe just, either misplayed or did something a little weird in that first small blind where I was kind of talking to not gain more business card value, but looks like Doc's kind of maximizing everything here that they possibly can. Yeah, printing money normally leads to hyperinflation, which is terrible for the economy. But in this particular example where we are in a video game, printing money is totally fine. This is game 1. So Edzy's gonna death a purple or blue seal here, and I really think Edzy had a big advantage after that. They won the first PvP despite not taking Hit the Road. They had a death in hand that Doc never got to see. And Edzy, I feel like, squandered a little bit of the big advantage they had in pacing over Doc. You could have deathed that purple seal, and now you're going to consistently be ahead in the tarot queue over DrSpectred. And now, because we chose to death the blue seal, you're just not going to have that. And while I do think planet levels are valuable, I don't think they are that important. I am a little surprised that Edzy made that choice. Now, granted, it is a gold blue seal, so we get some money out of it as well. But kind of looking at it all the way through, I don't love the death choice out of Edzy. I mean, and we look there, like, we got 2 levels of full house, which I just don't feel like anybody would care about. Surprised Edzy not using the Emperor first, but maybe you're hoping for a Fool for another strength, which I would assume is pretty valid. Now is Edzy going to build into diamonds or spades? And now we have the idol. As I was saying, there's so much money in this seed. I was not going to be shocked if we found idol and we find even more retriggers. And there's also a death very, very snugly placed right next to that idol to help you continue your deck manipulation. Both these players have spent exactly $198 at this point in time. Of course, Doc is ahead by a shop, so Edzy probably a little bit ahead on total spend. And Doc, interesting choice, chooses the rebate over the business card. I'm not sure what the right choice is there. Probably the one Doc made, but I do love the business card idea. Doc gonna pass up on Bloodstone and then finds a negative family. Oh my gosh. Let's see if Edzy sees all this. Huge grabs for Doc. I do think it made sense to pass on the Eternal Bloodstone. I mean, it's just not good enough to take up a Joker slot at this point. But that negative family is insane. And you know, we may find out what is better, the rebate or the business card, as Edzy's looking to sell that mail-in for the idol instead of the business card. Or does he say bye to American Psycho? No. Says goodbye early 2000s economic practices. We don't need our mail-in rebate. We are going to go with our business card and get our name out there and create money off the face cards. And then finds the negative family. Vin Diesel would be proud. So these players with the exact same Joker lineup, except for their econ generation, with Doc continuing to carry the mail-in rebate even with only 2 discards, and Edzy continuing with the business card with all the re-triggers being kind of the justification there. Both of them are going to carry a death into this PvP. We'll be curious, do they try and use the death for the 8 of spades and win this PvP specifically, or continue to build into their main card, which is King of Spades for Edzy.
Hello.
Doc, I believe, is
There I
King
say
of Diamonds.
my build has gotten pretty interesting.
I did have some acquisitions. Sure.
Acquisitions. And we
I
look at
guess
the econ difference.
let's-
Edzy's still ahead by $24 on spent.
Start there. All right, actions to you.
Are we gonna death the purple seal now?
1 second.
Oh, he's gonna death another blue seal. This feels too single-player gold stake to me in terms of decision making. Especially with how good the seed is at this point. Like, we're not gonna lose to a blind, but I could be wrong. It is a king. It is another king, and we do want idol to hit. I get that.
Understandable.
But having more purple
So-
seals is going to expedite. It's a long-term play, and we're ahead by life. But you know, it definitely could work out for Edzy. I could be absolutely
What
wrong
does that
on
mean
the
for
pacing.
me? That means probably I do one of those.
Yeah, the plant levels are the type of hands that the two are playing is the
And
difference.
probably I'm supposed to do one of those.
You know what? I'm the one in the wrong. If both these players are making that choice, maybe I'm the one in the wrong. Both of them doing the exact same play. Obviously, Edzy a little bit ahead.
Great. Let's. I don't think we do that. I think we just. Maybe something like that. Guess
Alright.
I'll see you in a bit.
See you in
Good
the next
luck.
round.
All right, we see what our players will do from here. So both of these players electing to death blue seals over the purple. And we'll see how that works out for the pair. We do get a hermit on Mr. Edzy's side of things. We also do get a gift card for DrSpectred, who is down to 2 lives. Has a little bit shorter of a runway to get this idle sock build going. And funny enough, Edzy's the deck that's in a slightly better place, a few more kings for them versus what Doc has. Interesting. Doc going with the gift card over the mail-in. I don't hate that decision, but I have to think if that is the decision, maybe we should have kept... we should have just kept business card over both. I also am a little curious. Like, I get what this does. It creates long-term temperance value. Chat's going to kill me. But aren't you more likely to get temperances if you would have death the purple seal, and then when you discard the purple seal, you can get a temperance that the gift card gives you the money? So maybe we shouldn't have death the blue seal. I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. But Doc, it's not going to really matter because I think Doc is going to pick up the Sixth Sense, which absolutely seems like the correct play here. A red seal goes absolutely insane, and then the red seal becomes the clear death target for these two, I think, going forward, if we are lucky enough to get one from a 6. And it's going to start things off with a pretty terrible spectral card, a Hex for DrSpectred. And there we go, 156,000 points for Edzy TTV.
Off topic, but how are you liking the return on the Cool Ranch taco?
I'm so sorry, chat. We're not going to talk about the game for 2 seconds. It's so fucking good. It's so good. Why? Why can't we have the Cool Ranch taco year-round, Taco Bell? Why? I don't understand. I will give you so much free publicity if you just keep this damn Cool Ranch taco. It's not even, it's ridiculous. I don't care how expensive it is. It's so much, like the nacho taco is honestly too salty. The Cool Ranch Doritos Locos taco at Taco Bell is like the peak fast food. All right, anyway. I'll send you all my Taco Bell order between games. Someone remind me. If someone sends another little alert through, I'll send it over. You guys are going to see how you gain 20 pounds in 2 months post wedding. Can't you bring your own Cool Ranch? It's not the same. Though I do recommend if you're ever making tacos at home, buy Cool Ranch, or if you're ever making homemade Crunchwrap Supremes or anything like that, like throw in some Cool Ranch Doritos into your homemade tacos or homemade Crunchwrap Supremes or what have you, homemade burritos. It's so good. All right, we are going to get a gold seal here, and I think with all the re-triggers, this is a clear death target for our players. I mean, this is going to help kind of the economic pain that they're suffering from selling all their econ jokers for obviously really good scoring jokers in 6 cents. However, this is where we're seeing if one of these players would have maybe passed on photo. Obviously, short term, you are definitely behind on points, but you would have been able to keep one of the Econ Jokers, and you would be rolling a lot farther than your opponent. Now, the thing is, are you going to roll into anything better than Photo is kind of the question. Do you roll into enough Taros to make it worth it, where Idol's hitting more regularly, as Idol once again misses for both these players? It is very synced on 7 of Clubs again. It is not hit a single card that one player's gone rid of that the other hasn't. It's been the exact same for both players throughout its existence so far in this game. We do find a Temperance for Doc. Obviously wasn't able to use that gift card at all, so still stuck at 19 didgeridoos. And a quick economic check. Doc is about to pass up Edzy in total spend after this reroll. But both of them very close on money spent. And of course, Doc has had an extra $12 of comeback money from losing lives. That negative 4 fingers, could matter. But it is likely that you're going to want to play 5 of the same suit of kings once that idol hits. So.
Hello.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, a lot of natural negatives. What's better than Photo Chat? Cool Ranch Taco from Taco Bell.
Like a Minecraft villager over there.
Yeah, things are not progressing as fast as I'd like normally. But maybe we can still make it work.
Another hex. Why can't Sixth Sense give anything but hexes? I feel like we're hexed by an Edzy witch right now.
That's a little bit
dragging.
Unfortunate. All right, but action to you.
You grab the negative 4 fingers for temperance value and also blocking an uncommon. It's still an absolute grab. It's just not gonna help in making like flush 5s. Only a 4 of a kind because Edzy did not want to unlock 5 of a kind. Was unable to find a flush 5, and this is gonna this may lose them the round.
It's close.
Oh, the bluey drip on Doc was
Try it out.
amazing.
Ooh, that's close. That is really close.
My gosh.
All right.
Insanely close. Was the difference just like the molt on the first card for Edzy? If Doc played 4 of a kind, he would have won. What did Doc play? Did Doc not play 4 of a kind? He played the level 1 flush 5, probably. Maybe I missed something. Yeah, you're right, Granger. His 5 of a kind was slightly better. All right, well, we'll have to check after a game. But regardless, Edzy up 4 lives to 1. Doc's back is against the wall. His beautiful, beautiful hair, all messed up as Edzy pins him against the wall and whispers in his ear, "Just wait for my idol to hit." And Idol, for like the 5th straight time, hits a random 7 instead of the 10,000 kings we have. We're seeing that my commentator curse of the Idol is, working. In the sense that neither of these players are getting their Idol work. Also, I don't think either of these players have gotten any purple seal value, and I'm just upset. I'm upset. We got to be playing our hands to use our discards on the purple seal. What the heck? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Huh? 5 of a kind was 160 by 16, while 4 of a kind was 150 by 16. Yeah, okay, then 5 was better. Edzy just won with the extra molt on their first card. You just took me out of the podcast mode driving. Edzy here gained another 4 of a kind level. Once again, Doc not getting any levels on their 5 of a kind. And we're just seeing the slight extra deck manipulation that Edzy got in Ante 1 by rolling a bit deeper really matter by more reliably drawing all their kings. So now we have a 10 and a 2 hit. Once again, idle just missing for both of these players. And we see another natural negative for Mr. DrSpectred. It is Wrathful. And that couldn't matter. That could be a little bit more molt in the beginning. These players are so tied up. Go Tigers. The Tigers and Cubs winning their first wildcard game, apparently. And one difference to note is that deathing of a gold seal for Edzy. We've been able to make quite a bit of money with the re-triggers. And again, while there is a $30 spend difference between these two, Doc has now had $24 of comeback money. So Edzy's actually, really actually made more money than DrSpectred when you take out that comeback money that you get for losing a life. Also, we're up to level 8 flush 5. Again, I apologize, chat. I did not recognize the blue seal game. This level 8 versus level 2 for DrSpectred could be the difference. And crazy thing is, the whole difference in this game was two things. It was Edzy getting more money at a business card in the small blind of Ante 2, and Edzy spending that money, rolling down a much more in Ante 1 to find that one extra death card, which has led to more levels on the flush 5 by having more blue seals. We do find a glass card here as Idle once again misses for both of our players. And Doc is going to be forced, I think, to glass this blue seal king. I mean, you're going to have to search for it going into this one. And yeah, the only way out for Doc is if Edzy misses the flush 5 at this point. Unless Doc rolls into something. The polychrome trading card may win Doc this PvP. I do believe the levels are still more than a 1.5 difference, but that polychrome is going to make this a heck of a lot closer. This also may come down to finding the glass.
There may be a chance.
Okay.
If the Doc can't really use this trading card because he needs to find the glass. I guess if he finds the glass, he could then use the trading card later. But you also want to get the purple seal value. Yeah, of course it's a polychrome trading card. That's insane. Also, Edzy still has to draw the flush 5, right? Kind
of a really funny hand from me.
Funny, you say?
It wasn't that funny, actually.
I was laughing.
Now that I'm looking at it, that was like incredibly unfunny.
I thought it was funny,
okay.
chat. I thought it was funny.
That's much better.
Oh yes, you're correct, Kirsten. It is on 2 of spades, and Edzy got 362,000 playing those, but
Big Mario, that's what life's all about.
But Doc maybe saving those 2s to play with a face card, like with a flush house or something.
This is a rough.
But then you don't get the family value. Okay,
I
so
suppose that's an option.
only got 4 of a kind for Edzy. There is a chance for Mr. DrSpectred. They're gonna have to draw well though here. Let's see how many points we get here with the idol on these two of spades. A higher level full house versus the 2 pair that Edzy got. What? Oh, wait, what? I'm confused how Edzy got 390,000. What did Edzy have 3 2s of spades?
Okay.
Oh, he played another 4 of a kind. I got 390k. Okay. My bad, chat. I understand.
So, pretty sure I need to do that, and maybe I do it this way.
Is this gonna be enough?
There we go.
I think with the extra 1.5, but he's about 1.5 behind with the trading card.
Anxiously. I'm actually anxious.
The level 5 4 of a kind is
Holy,
not
okay.
quite level 2 flush 5, so I believe Doc takes this.
All right.
So we have ourselves a game.
But the
Yep,
the,
see
the
ya.
trading
See you
card 1.5 saves Doc. Well, actually, technically, we scored up a million and still won barely. But you know what I mean. We can pretend. Also, Edzy not drawing that King's the flush 5. Otherwise, it was absolutely over. For DrSpectred. So we see where we go from here. We do have a jack hit on the idol. I feel like Edzy has enough jacks that they could possibly think of doing it. Maybe not on Jack of Hearts. I was gonna say Doc definitely can't because there's just not enough. Edzy gonna continue to wild the king. So whatever king the idol hits, if it does eventually hit an idol or hit a king. What? Oh, Edzy sold 6 cents for Mystic. Doc can't take that Bloodstone because they're keeping the trading card. Okay, this might be the difference now. We do have enough wild kings that Bloodstone could matter. It's going to be a lot more scoring than the simple 1.5 on that trading card. Of course, trading card could help an idle hit for on Doc's side that we don't see on Edzy's side. So at this point, I think this all comes down to the idol. Doc kind of needs it to be in their favor, I think, to win this game at this point. Passing up on that Bloodstone and keeping that trading card could cost Mr. Spectred. Good night, Whoa. Edzy here, just going to play 4 of a kind. Doesn't want to, again, unlock 5 of a kind, nor does he want to play his glass card and potentially break it. So, we continue on. That's Mr. DrSpectred. I am sorry. It's actually King Mr. DrSpectred to the uninitiated. We do find a Sun card. This could be really interesting for Edzy, as they can hold this Sun card and put it on some kings. Because ideally, you want the idol to hit King of Hearts, even though you don't have a lot, because that way, well, I guess it could hit any king if you have enough wilds. But we could turn the Glass King into a Heart one and start copying that. Again, Edzy has a lot of lives, so they also have a lot of time to play with this Bloodstone and idol. Doc in a little bit of a peculiar situation, if you will, is just going to play the flush 5. Oh, they do have a blue seal on the glass, I forgot. So they will get a blue seal hit here. They were unable to utilize the chariot, though. I'm a little surprised Doc didn't throw the chariot on something here. That means they can't see chariot again, and if we find something like a Death Fool, they'll have to sell that chariot, and it could be the difference. Of course, if Edzy doesn't use the chariot here, it won't be a difference because they'll have done the same exact thing. Looking at money spent now, we are starting to see a little bit of a difference. Doc with an extra 70 spent. Just more on the gold cards, I believe, in terms of the held in hand. Held in hand gold cards, not gold seals. We do have 6 of spades and 6 of spades. So no idle hit means, I mean, Edzy, with this sun in hand, I feel like can't lose. The only way would be if maybe Doc draws the glass and Edzy doesn't draw the glass. That could be a difference in the game. Edzy's going to stone a 2, get it out of the pool for idle hits in the future, trying to get a king hit, but this game could be ending here. Has he got a timer the Doc? But alas,
Here we are
we shall
again.
enter the game.
Hold on.
Oh.
All right. Let's start here. And then think about that.
I feel like Doc won't be using the trading card here. Oh, does Doc try and get both 6 of spades?
That's a tempting thought.
The thing is, the 6 of spades aren't that powerful. They're not going to trigger multiple times with that idol. They're just not good enough. Oh, a Queen Heart 2 for Edzy that can become a King of Hearts. I mean, Edzy should be able to get a flush 5 basically here with hearts as long as they draw 1 wild card. They're getting rid of the King of Heart. What? I think Edzy's overthinking this, thinking maybe the Doc's idol hit. I'm surprised by that. Oh no, they're looking for the glass. I mean, they're looking. That was a smart play. They were looking for the glass over everything. They can make a flush 5 with hearts if they use the sun card on the diamonds, the diamond glass and the 2 here. DrSpectred forcing Edzy to make this decision first. If Edzy makes this decision, the game is over. Doc also hasn't found the glass. And we know it was rather deep in the deck for Edzy. Yeah, and this should solidify. I mean, the flush 5 level, the bloodstone, and finding the glass.
Right, I'll look at it.
That's going to be enough.
Okay.
It's a big number. And Edzy is going to hand Doc their first game loss since week 1 against Bean. Doc has lost a game since that week. Oh, and plus 12 from Wraithful. Of course, of course.
All right.
Bean does have a chance, but they could also get their butts kicked by Scooty.
So
Zeno, my dude, less than 3.
I can do that.
Hello, Dom. Thank you for the 9
I don't
months.
think this is enough.
Speaking of Dom, a valiant effort
GG.
from Doc, but really the little differences in that
I
one
see.
is what made it.
Same build, right?
Almost the same. Yeah. We
Polychrome.
did you
trading
do
card.
what was it? Did you do sigil? There was sigil early on.
Yeah,
Retro
it gave me spades, but then I kind of like, I
Valorant
kind of like
over.
moved out because it didn't give me too many spades, and then like
Yeah,
I needed to use a star to get a flush house against you in 1, so I was kind of just doing diamonds. I'm ready. Let's do
But
it.
again, prefers purple for
All right. Good luck.
Good luck.
I mean, Edzy was really good at Gold Stake multiplayer last time. I think Edzy has kind of grown out of that. I think this is a clear double skip. No, we're on Gold Stake. You don't skip for the rare. This is a clear 1 skip. 1 skipper. Oh, Taco Bell order. Okay. A really interesting decision here. I do think both players definitely skip for the investment tag. But after that, I'm unsure of where they go. So we do see the 1 skip from Doc. Does Edzy go for the double skip? I mean, I would not advise for it, but it is possible. I'm going to go ahead and I'll make the order. Edzy's gonna go for the double, and you know it kind of rewarded not anything great in the shop though. The Doc does get this judgment. Let's see if Doc ends up with a solid Joker here with the hex. It's a fortune teller. It's not great. I would definitely judgment here if I was Doc, so we could use the hex hopefully on something better. That's not better. That's not better. But it's not gonna hex it anyway. And you know what? It is econ. It's something. Edzy does make it out of the boss blind. Does get their $25. It's a perishable burnt. So Edzy, you gotta look for something else to hex first. Nothing great there per se. And then are we gonna sell the hex? Interesting moves from Edzy so far. And an Onyx Agate appears for both players. That's a lot of extra mult on the clubs for Edzy. Obviously, Doc has a bit more money from not having to roll to that Onyx Agate. Also, didn't search as deeply into the packs. But, alas, Taco Bell order. You go with the online exclusive combo. It's the Build Your Own Lux Cravings box. You're going to want to get yourself a Crunchwrap Supreme, no tomatoes, add onions. You're going to get yourself a cheesy bean and rice burrito. You're going to add beef and add the chipotle sauce. You're going to get the cheesy fiesta potatoes and your choice of drink. We're then going to get 2 Cool Ranch Doritos tacos. And if you're feeling feisty, a steak quesadilla and some cinnamon bun delights to go. Please, Taco Bell sponsor Major League Balatro. I'll do anything. Chat, I told you. I literally added the marketing manager of North America for Taco Bell on LinkedIn and messaged them saying, boy, do I have an opportunity for you. Please, it is my dream. I also make my own homemade Crunchwrap Supremes that are better. So, we do get Obelisk here, which Edzy is going to pass up on, and I'm really shocked by that. Obelisk, we've already seen it just this past week win a lot of games. I won a game with Obelisk. I do believe it was a factor in several of the matches.
I was so sad a couple years ago when they did a poll asking if PP wanted the Cool Ranch taco back or the Mexican pizza. And Mexican pizza won.
I remember that, no apologies, and I was very close to just... I won't say it, but you can imagine. It was a huge L for democracy, absolutely, Jinky. I was gobsmacked, I was offended, and I honestly think it was rigged by Taco Bell because they didn't want to do the collab with Doritos. I refuse to believe that's a legitimate thing that people want the Mexican pizza. Mexican pizza is the worst Taco Bell item, fun fact. All right, anyway, Rarin did beat Cetos with Obelisk. Yes, that was the one of the other games, YDM. Yeah, also, that's crazy. Wait, a natural burnt came up for Doc, and we just completely missed it talking about Taco Bell. What are the chances of that? So, Edzy, I've never seen a rare skip be more harmful than it just was. Blocking, well, to be fair, they rolled into the Obelisk, which would have been better. So, yeah. Actually, it worked out for Edzy if they would have made, in my opinion, what the correct choice would have been, which is take Obelisk, which is much more powerful than I think Burnt is in multiplayer. Because it allows you to get that big score.
Hello. It's definitely an
I do like the Eternal Business
kind of game for me.
We've got a brew going, perhaps.
Oh, I see.
Also, the blue seal there for Doc is going to...
I would say same, but
matter.
It's not really the same.
Scary laugh. Not sure what Doc's going to do with this burnt choker. It seems like they're committed to the flushes. It's really hard to get a flush for burnt. Intense clicking from Edzy on the Discord.
Okay.
Let me show you one of these.
No hex means
Let me know what
I
you think.
do think
Okay.
Mr. DrSpectred should be taking this rather easily.
Oh
yes.
boy. I see what you.
Also
I see
gain
what you
another
think.
Jupiter.
I got what I came for.
The Jupiter card.
Alright, do this. Ooh, a little bit off. Alright, alright.
Just a hair. He'll get him next time.
Maybe. See ya.
See you in a bit.
Ooh. He said, Doc, and I am paraphrasing here, did say, get good, you little scrub. Maybe you can try better next time. Now, again, that was a paraphrase on my part, not a direct quote from Doc, but I am just trying to communicate with with the chat. Bean! We do have a turtle bean available in the shop. Now, will our players invest in their fellow Bloodstone competitor? We do see it grabbed on Edzy's side. We do see it grabbed on Doc's side. Now, that's especially important on Doc's side with that blue seal, but Edzy also going to be easier to find the purple seals. The purple seal almost went bye-bye after that familiar. But, you know, Edzy with a solid amount of face cards now is going to be able to moon some queens, and we could be moving to a flush 5 club build, which would be extraordinarily powerful. Oh, but decides to go with the Hermit instead. I'm surprised. Not shocked, but a little surprised there from Edzy. -5 molt penalty. I love that, Dom. Bean does help Doc use the Brent. That is correct, Devin. That's actually very powerful for Doc to get that flush level even higher. Gonna grab another chariot here for Edzy. Edzy also going to lucky a couple of jacks. Edzy probably going to go for this 20 molt hits. The splash is also very good with the luckies. Allows you to consistently play them to try to get the buddy. Now, what could... Oh my god, do we double madness? Do we double madness gambit? And we get a polychrome queen. This game has gone very entertaining. That polychrome queen is going to be the card that I believe both competitors decide to play around. Of course, Edzy has 2 extra queens due to the familiar, so Edzy's already pretty honestly set up for 5 of a kind, 4 of a kind, or flush 5, whichever one they do so choose. Edzy did skip on the madness. They are sane for now. Now, of course, what do we onk is going to be the question. I feel like onk is too powerful to let go of. But at the same time, like, what are the chances we roll into something that we do want to onk? The bean? No. And we're still on level 1 flush for Edzy. I mean, we're kind of having the opposite in this game where Doc is way ahead in the leveling. Call me crazy, you could absolutely onk the rebate. Probably would kill me. But rebate is very powerful. Doc, do it. Do it. Do it, Doc. Do it. Do it. Do it. I just want to see if it can be done. Edzy desperately looking for something that could be some score for this PvP, could be an Onk target, really anything here to help out. Edzy gonna go ahead and ready up. Once, I mean, Doc's gonna have like level 10 flushes heading into the second PvP. I mean, absolute gamer over here. Level 6, about to become level 7, except for the fact that they need to use the Hierophant to make space, and they will. And there you go. We are moving up to level 7 flush. We have quite a bit of money heading into this shop, and Doc is in a really good spot. Edzy, right now, ready for PvP and only has Doc outspent by $9. That's going to get passed up, I think, relatively quickly here. Doc, of course, trying to find more cards to feed the satellite, but does see that scoring is more important, grabbing that Jupiter. Maybe to get more stupider. It really depends. Gonna grab the straight flush for Doc again. Helping out now at $5 for that satellite per round. Sorry, I don't know why the microphone's being a little sensitive. Am I super quiet now? Probably too quiet. How's this?
Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
We did find the to-do list on Edzy's side. I'm a little quiet, yeah.
Hit him with one of those.
Okay.
Is
Let
it
me hit
EP
you
on the
with one
talk
of
about?
these.
We're not getting any today. We're not
A
getting any
little bit
today.
more.
I will get some in the future.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
Doc, using Burnt Joker in
Because
the
I can
PvP.
do that, but we both know it's not very impressive.
I mean, that's like basically all my score. That's, I mean, 2/3 of my score. And that might have been the only score I could have thrown out.
And we can hit him with one of those, but it's equally unimpressive.
All right.
This is about to blow Edzy out of the water between the polychrome.
Got a couple hands.
2
to figure it
polychrome.
out.
The higher level. This should be like 50k.
I'm gonna try.
And a steal, correct.
Okay.
Ooh, the $20 hit for Edzy. That is big, despite losing the blind. Is Doc going to play theirs in time? I don't believe so.
Ooh. All right. Well, not bad, not bad.
So no $20 hit for Doc.
Okay. All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Both these players continue to hold on to the Ankh. I believe Lucky Qs are game long, so Doc will get that $20 hit in a second here. Does Edzy glass the queen, or do you let it continue to be wild to play with flushes? I think the decision's quite straightforward for Edzy. Also shocking that Edzy drew it, but not Doc. They have the same amount of cards. That just seems a little unlucky. Huh. That's really unlucky for Doc. I have no idea. Like, they opened them in the same order and everything. Dusk is definitely unkable. As you could be looking for a full house here to get the to-do list value, excuse me. Sorry, I don't know why it took me so long to think of the word. Gonna play 1 here. It's not gonna be nearly enough. I mean, Edzy may lose to the blind. I don't even know if Dusk with the Onyx is enough to score 9K. I guess it should be enough, but it's not comfortable for Edzy by any means. And there's the $20 hit for DrSpectred. And here it is. I guess it should be enough. It's also foil on the Dusk, which honestly is extremely substantial at this point with the low flush level that Edzy has. We only have 1 turn left on Mr. Bean. Another wild queen. Oh my gosh. Man, are we an 80s LGBTQ plus icon rock band or what? Because we are stacked on the queens. And we are not playing pairs and going into Freddie Mercury, but we are sticking with the Jupiters on Dockside, going into flushes with that Onyx Agate. Edzy really hasn't, I feel like, picked the lane yet. We could be going 5 of a kind. We could be going 4 of a kind. I feel like Edzy almost looking for some direction. We get another Temperance, a Temperance into a Temperance, and we get that medium to bring us into the big blind. And this is this is what dreams are made of, according to Hillary. Is that Hillary Duff? We have the Dusk, we have the Idol, and we have the Ankh. Now, Edzy is not going to Ankh yet. I believe they believe the Onyx Agate is pivotal to continuing to be alive, which is valid, but I do believe it's a little... I guess there's not really much risk in holding on to that Ankh, except it's really limiting your consumable slots. We could purple seal this, and it becomes the ultimate death target. A polychrome purple seal glass. I cannot convey how amazing that is. The only thing that would be better is a red seal, obviously, for more re-triggers, but the purple seal is going to allow Edzy to more quickly build into that card and death it more. And then, you know, you're deathing a purple seal that's also used for scoring, so you death it more, and it can snowball. Now, granted, Edzy's only on 2 lives, but they have the build right now to really carry them. Doc is in not really a bad spot. They are absolutely going to roll into Idol. They don't have a glass polychrome yet, and they didn't find that medium yet, but I do believe Doc will find both in this shop. Current spend is 251 to 226 in Edzy's favor, but again, Edzy's had $12 of comeback money. That also, of course, affects interest and whatnot. We also had that money hit around earlier for Edzy, which again also add to the interest difference. So the bean is dead. Rest in peace. You have legumed one final time, and we could absolutely onk here so we could grab the hangman. I think that is where I would go, and that is where Edzy's gonna go. Gets the good hit too on the Idol. That I mean is just peak. And now Doc is in a really interesting situation because they can't pick up the medium in the Fool. The Fool's not on something great here, so we could see the Fool sold for the medium. But we are 1 or 2 rerolls away from that idol. Is that DrSpectred from Ludwig? Yes, it is. Shaker Jeans. Yes, it is. From Fast 52 fame. We do get a star here for Edzy. Maybe going to build all the queens and the stars. Edzy rolling all the way down. Also going to grab an obelisk, so no more flushes. An obelisk coming back around. Granted, it is rental. We only have $15. We don't have a lot of economic prospects except lucky cards with Dusk, which, as long as we're getting a $20 hit around, is fine. But it could hurt us. Edzy, though. I believe the most played hand is by far flushes. So this obelisk could absolutely pop the frick off, chat, as I believe the kids would say. 287 to 281 on the spending difference. I don't believe Doc is going to spend too much more, but does find the obelisk. Also, going to keep that rental banana maybe for this PvP. They are on different idol rolls this time around. We have Ace of Hearts for DrSpectred. We have Jack of Hearts for Edzy.
Hello, hello.
You ever have one of those where it feels like you got a plan and then you get a different plan?
I wish I could say I have a different plan from what's going on.
Oh, okay.
I don't really, unfortunately.
Edzy is leguming DrSpectred with the master of leguming himself in chat. I mean, since Edzy could be kind of sincere here in the way that they.
Well, at least I got a plan.
That's good. That's good.
That's an incredible death for Mr. Edzy TTV. Get a magician, which is definitely not bad for Edzy. Magicians for both of these players are going to be the economic kind of cornerstone of their economy, if you will. The powerhouse of the cell, the mitochondria, if you will, is going to be lucky cards with Dusk to make money. Shout out biology. Interesting. Doc deciding the purple seal the king instead of the polychrome queen. I don't know if I agree with that decision. I do think Edzy made maybe the slightly more intriguing play there, so we have our death target all in one card. Is anyone out here busting high school biology? Edzy draws it.
Action to you, I guess.
Edzy TTV draws the queen. Now, do they have the...
This is a really tough choice for me.
I hate to say it. Do they have the cojones to play it? Now, what you could do if you're Edzy, you could death the queen and then just hope that both don't break. You could also, like, lucky one of the two. But we also have a spare regardless. So I don't know. I mean, we're on 2 lives. This would secure the victory. He's selling the obelisk. Oh my god. That's really scary for Edzy because now Edzy's going to have a lot of trouble in next ante just beating the blinds.
Okay.
The obelisk is $3. But
Got anything good? Holy, that's
that was enough
See you in a bit.
extra X-Molt to survive, and now I don't know how Edzy gets out of the blinds. It was rental. It was sold because of that reason. Edzy did not want to deal with the $3 hit. Also, we do have a Red Seal King for Doc. I How did I miss that? We have a Red Seal King for Doc, which means Doc with 4 lives. I mean, this is going to be really hard to lose for Mr. Spectred. How did I miss the Red Seal? When did that happen? Both of them have Red Seal Kings? Oh, that happened way long ago, and they've completely, like, have they drawn it once? This is game 2. Edzy won game 1. Mr. Dr. Spectre from Ludwig. After Big Blind Pack last ante. This is why I need a co-commentator sometimes. I can't keep track of everything. I can't be the Taco Bell spokesperson and keep track of every little element in the game. Alright? I'm only human, after all. Or whatever the song says, that bad song says. Hello, Psychros. We do find the business card and the cryptid for Dr. Spectred. That's why you have us? Fair. We also have the rental mail-in rebate for Edzy. But again, the question remains the same. How does Edzy win this? I guess they full house with the 4s. And with Dusk, that should be enough to get 25k. It's going to be awfully close. They will get a time 16. They probably are going to need a lucky hit, though, with that. Oh, man. If Edzy can... I get crypting this right away for the purple seals. But it's like... If we can strength this into a king... As we see Doc also using the heart. And the thing is, Edzy's going to be making so many more tarot cards than Dr. Spectred with... and Doc's not going to cryptid the purple seal. I imagine Doc maybe cryptids the red seal? Level 14 flush is going to make sure Doc can exit this round without a sweat at all with the 4 of diamonds. And Edzy's going to have to waste the death on the 4 diamonds. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Bow wow. Little bow wow. Big bow wow? Surely worth saving cryptid on idle hit. I guess with your opponent on 1 life, yeah. We got the Queen of Diamonds hit for Edzy. So Edzy gets the hit, and that's the thing. That's why you maybe want to cryptid the card you're going after before you wait for the idle hit, because then the idle's more likely to hit the card you care about. But what do I know, chat? I'm simply a stupid commentator. Also, shout out to the one YouTube comment that said the Bloodstone division is way better than the Onyx division. I totally didn't take that personal. Oh, the queens are hearts now? Okay, well, you know what? You know what, Bean? Yeah, you're right. They're all hearts. That's really unfortunate for Edzy. And you have to grab this Invis Joker, too. But Edzy's going to skip anyway. Edzy's going to skip anyway. No co-commentator moment. Rip Edzy's money. We'll see. I feel like one issue Doc's having is it seems like they're between they're between two minds. Like, they haven't used the death, haven't used the cryptid, unless, again, like you said, chat, Doc is just waiting to whatever the idol hits to make 5 copies of it in the PvP. And it doesn't matter what card, because we do have a Dusk. So it can literally be any single card. I don't know if I love this play. Like, you can think of it as it's the knockout punch against your opponent, but you can also think of it as you have a 4-life lead. You have time to build into the thing you want to build. Your opponent doesn't, so you can just assure the victory that way. I think it's just 2 different schools of thought. And we get Jack of Diamonds. We only have 1 copy of that in the deck, but we do have a lot of money here to play with. We also have a wild here for that Jack of Spades. Okay. I was about to say, maybe I have no idea what Doc's doing. Because if he would have glassed that king instead, I would have been pretty shocked, because it feels like we're holding the Death Cryptid to get 5 of a kind of the idol card in that, okay, we got the one. So there we go. This game probably over unless Edzy's able to hit a star card.
Big money, no whammies.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go gambling.
No star card.
I mean, I've got cards.
I mean,
like
Doc could not draw. There's only 2 versions of this Jack in the deck.
Big butt.
Okay.
I have no idea if it's gonna get there, and even if I do get there, then what am I gonna do after? Is my question.
I suppose that's part of it. There's another round after this one.
If Doc doesn't, Doc found it, and that is probably GG's. What a round by DrSpectred. I was gonna say, if Doc doesn't find it here, they may be in trouble long term. Missing on so much tarot value, so many things they could have been getting ahead on, but.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure everything is kosher. All locked in the right spots.
I don't know if Major League Balatro is kosher.
All right,
probably. No lucky hit for the TV.
What do you think about that?
No glass break, though.
I think that's pretty intimidating, to be honest. So, probably that puts me trying to do this, and then trying to do that. Okay. I wish I was less terrible at math. Let's do one of those. Maybe something like that. I think this is better.
Is this enough?
But it's close.
This might be enough.
Uh-oh. You mean better, like, in terms of your score? Oh, it is close.
Oh
Holy.
my god!
Yeah, better than, the alternative hand that I could have played.
All right.
And now, all of a sudden, I feel like I slightly favor Edzy due to all the deck manipulation that they have at their fingertips. Doc using the cryptid, using the death on cards they don't really want to be playing into jacks instead of the queens that are at least poly, or the kings that are red seal. This is not good. Now, do we sell the photograph for Invis? Photograph would be just the worst here for our competitors. But of course, photograph is, especially on a red seal, multiple of 16, like or 1, 2. It depends on. Oh, okay. And Doc rips it, gets the idol. That is really good for Doc because let me explain this. If that Invis hit Dusk, it might have favored Edzy, who has glass polychrome. But because it hit idle, it's going to favor wanting to build into the red seals instead of the glass purple seal polychromes. Kind of unfortunate for Edzy. Now, Edzy technically could sell photograph and it hits something else. I know how Invis works, but I don't know how it changes when you sell something. Yeah, it's really interesting. Edgy needs to keep the glass in hand to be safe. Yeah, maybe. Edgy does draw the Red Seal King, which is good for just surviving this round. Edzy? 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 Ah! I don't know if I like that. You could have kept the Red Seal to have with the photograph. Oh, we could have played a full house and been fine. Oh, no. If Edgy loses by ×2, we know why. I'm shocked that he played the... Why would you play the king? Were you looking for another 4? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We also got Queen of Hearts. You always get away with the chat, and that's really what you have to learn. You always get away with it. Edzy is going to sell their photograph, which means Doc has more scoring, and it does hit idle. Regardless. We have 10 of spades on the Doc side of things. So Doc's idol missing. And then the photograph comes back anyway for Edzy. Oh my god. I mean, this game now comes down to, can Doc build into the Red Seal King? Because again, the Red Seal with already 3 X2s up top is going to be worth more than the glass polychrome. Of course, we can also glass that Red Seal and it's better. Basically, we're talking about polychrome versus Red Seal. Again, if it would have hit the Dusk, polychrome gets a lot closer, but because we have 3 idols now, we want more re-triggers. So the Red Seal is so much better than the polychrome glasses right now. But again, Doc has to get there, right? So here, strengthening some queens, deathing that king, I think has to be the play. We have 3 lives if we're Doc. Like, we still have plenty of time to play with. Also, if I'm Doc, I definitely play that 8 to break it, but maybe it scores too much. I don't know. We could strengthen the polychrome queen here and then death it if we wanted to do that route. I think Doc's #1 priority here has to be making more kings and getting the idol to hit the Red Seal King. Doc is going to go ahead and strengthen. And then we have the death for the Red Seal, which is huge. Are we not going to use the death before the Purple Seal? Really interesting choice. We could also death the Purple Seal. I think that is also valid. Death, so we have another king. I'm interested to see why I would. I don't know if anyone's watching the doc stream, but I'm curious to know the thought process of not using the death here on a king purple seal, a king polychrome, a king red seal. Are we waiting to glass the red seal maybe? But even then, we've missed out, I think, on 2 or 3 deaths that Edzy's seen. Bring it to PvP. But yeah, like, you just lost being able to make 4 versions of a card. How's the death gonna help you? I guess, I mean, Edzy doesn't hit every time. Also, I don't believe Doc right now has the information that Edzy skipped. But we lost a life! Hachi-machi! We now have 1 less life to build into it. And we get the Jack of Spades hit, which, wow. No way! Edzy skipped this blind, he missed an Ankh. We're gonna get a 4th idol, and it's gonna. I don't know who wins now. We can get a full hit. It hits Dusk. It doesn't even hit idol. He gets the better hit. It hits Dusk. It's GG. Good game. Wow. Good game to Doc. I mean, insane. I mean, this is the biggest never punished I have ever seen in my life. Ever. I think. I just don't really agree on how Doc played that and just getting absolutely bailed out with also the 1 in 4 Ankh hit. Because if it hits idle there, I actually think because Edzy has all glass polychrome, they're still fine. But because it hit Dusk, we are you're squaring your score. And it's just not even going to be remotely close. Now, of course, Doc has to draw 5, maybe just 4 Jack of Spades, 3. They only have to draw 4 with the death. You get away with it sometimes, and we get a full. So now we only got to draw 2. Wow.
Hello,
I
hello.
can't believe what I just witnessed. I can't believe that word. It's like Doc knew the seed.
I'm playing on a pin's edge and knife's edge.
Knife's edge, he says.
Yeah.
Understandable.
The fact that they're all Eternals
Very
too.
scary from my son.
All right, action to you.
Indeed.
I think that's good enough. I think Doc takes it. Yeah, I mean, with the Death Full in hand, too.
All right. Oh, that was lucky.
Oh.
GG. How's the score going?
Okay. I guess, I mean, that's the best that I can do.
This is... I don't know.
E15 is quite a lot.
Just a tiny bit.
I think this is E17,
I'm going for the
E18.
fantasy points. People were talking about how I wasn't giving them enough points. Oh! Oh, wait. Oh, you beat me! Nice! Well played! I was like, what happened? I thought, I thought you had 2 lives. GG. Oh, Dusk. Triple idol, huh?
Similar
find-
jokers. Seems
you
like
found
we
another
went with the Ankh line.
Oh, did you find another Ankh?
I did, yeah. You
Okay, I
skipped
see.
the idol?
Purple blue.
Alright. I'll be right back.
All right, and you're good to go.
I am. Let's do it.
always right up.
Then good luck.
Good luck. Have fun.
Juicy's in a mood. All right, we're back. What did we miss? Oh, you guys are pretending that something incredible happened? Classic chat. Wait, what? No. You're not... Chat, you guys get better at this. Get better at it. Better pranks. Better pranks. Leguming Zeno. You can't legume what is already legumed. So Edzy here, gonna play flush, just trying to get out of this big blind unscathed. Both of these players playing with one of the best jokers, not even being sarcastic and fortune teller. DrSpectred may hate it, but I love myself a fortune teller. And we're about to have 3 tarot cards, so we'll have 3 extra mult on that. A Wraith. Now, Red Seal's really important too. Oh, this is a tough decision. A Wraith can be the game. A Red Seal could also be the game, though. If we can build into like a Red Seal Lucky Jack long term, that is insanely powerful. As long as that Wraith is not one of the alt jokers, if you will, an Ancient Blueprint Brainstorm, it's better. Edgy didn't lucky the card? Well, I guess you just lucky it now. I was like, I was really surprised by that. But I guess you could just lucky it, like, once you draw it. Maybe even better, because now you can lucky whatever card's in hand with it. Doc isn't seriously considering Spaceman. That would be extraordinarily surprising. And Doc also going to just lucky the Jack. So we'll never know, chat. We'll never know what was in that Wraith. Someone after this game will have to look at the seed and let us know what was in the Wraith. Was it game winning? Or was it maybe game losing? Oh, the business card is huge for our competitors who have both already red sealed a Jack. So a face card getting extra triggers. Yeah, really, another purple seed or purple state game that is just starting off really well for both players, in terms of a lot of econ. And of course, we also can get the $20 hit from one of these. Wow. Doc taking the same exact line, literally down to the same cards, except for a 9 instead, or a 10 instead of a 9, with the diamond flush. That's so funny. Edzy probably gonna maybe look for more face cards. Doesn't find them, but finds a straight and is just gonna get out of here alive. It was a negative brainstorm. I don't believe you. In the dusk! Oh my god. What is with... both of Edzy's purple state games have been insane. Oh, but there's so much here and you need to take overstock. You're going to have to pass on 2 jumbo arcanas. Right? Or is this? Do we still have a big blind for Edzy? Oh, we still have a big blind. No, we can take the Arcanas. He didn't take the... Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess, chat. I definitely would have taken Arcana, see if we hit a Hermit or a Death or a Strength or a... You know what? We gotta watch Doc do it. So Doc, granted, does have $3 more, but is gonna hit the Arcana first, right? Oh, they're playing the same game. I'm watching the same person play against themselves. This is incredible. This is incredible because it's not like I think these decisions have been straightforward at all, but they've just consistently made the same exact decision on the first and third matches. I mean, I don't, yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. Like, I do like the Drunkard. I do like the Dusk, but I definitely open up an Arcana first. And with Business Card, we're guaranteed to be able to afford that, what is the word? Overstock. Okay, really interesting decision there. Edzy could have made a gold card, could have glassed their red seal to have the death target right away, but instead just chose to make things the same suit. It is important. It seems like it falls lower on the priority list, but if a Bloodstone shows up, I will absolutely be chomping on my words as Edzy making the right play there, but that did seem like there was other possibilities to go there. And well, let's see what Doc does. Does Doc do the same thing? I mean, maybe. I mean, the Doc has been playing the flushes. Oh, but Doc gets... Did Edzy get the death on the red seal? I don't think they did. I would love if they would check their deck. I don't think they did, because I think Edzy saw those deaths on the round one, the shop one Arcana. He didn't. Yeah, that's just really unlucky from Edzy that the death showed up in the later, that Doc skipping on a pack actually led to the red seal popping up in the same death one. That's pretty brutal. No, Doc actually opened up less Arcana packs and got rewarded. So, I guess that's a slight difference. So, $4 more spent for Edzy, but pretty similar so far.
Welcome back.
Yeah, Doc never punished. Even when Doc has been, I don't want to be saying...
A lot of options.
Maybe the unoptimal play or less powerful play, they've been rewarded with just timing.
Have been the right pick. But we'll see.
Okay.
Edzy right now all about the just playing the max amount of face cards possible for business cards, seemingly. Edzy could get a flush house. and that is what Edzy's trying to go for.
What I'm thinking too.
Edzy, once again, with the hefty mouse button clicks. Someone remind me to get Edzy a new mouse. And he draws the flush house!
Yeah.
Forget it. Edzy knows everything. Edzy knew that playing with doing that heart play was going to guarantee them
no plus 20
the flush house.
You got plus 20s over there?
I wanted plus 20s. I wasn't given it.
Doc could get a plus 20
okay.
here. They get one. They get
might
two.
have plus 20s over here.
They get three.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
Suppose I'll see you in a bit.
Wow.
Good luck.
Fix your mic. What you need to do, orient it so it's aimed at the corner of your mouth. So when you're talking the side, front, there's always you being heard worse. Popping up diaphragm due to mic's mesh not being I don't know what any of that means. Orient it so it is aimed at the corner of your mouth. Like this. You get why it's frustrating to cast me now? Maybe. I can't believe that play worked out for wait, whoa. Why have you been sitting on this information? I've waited a couple weeks. I've been doing this my entire casting career, my entire content creator career. You could have at any point in the past like 2 years, just been like, hey, Zeno, point it at the corner of your mouth. I'm not mad at you because you did eventually say something, but this is just an alert. If you see something, say something, chat. Right? If you see your streamer doesn't know how the fuck a mic works, let them know, because I do. I can hear myself in my headphones. I sound 10 times better. A very high quality backseat. Also, Aiden asked, why are you hating on DrSpectred so much? I just hate him so much. He's the type of guy, the type of person that you don't invite to your wedding, right? Because you invite him to your wedding, then all your friends really like him, thinks he's really cool, and now all of a sudden, not only is Doc really good at Balatro, but now all your friends want to hang out with DrSpectred because he's cooler than you. And that's just not the kind of person that I want to be commentating. Anyway. But on a serious note, it's because I am trying to take an objective stance that I actually think Edzy has been a little... last game, for example, maybe made the better play, but just got unlucky, which is going to happen. That's how multiplayer vanilla Balatro works. It's similar to poker in that aspect, where you can make the correct play, you can make the correct read, and you lose, which I do love about multiplayer Balatro, but I just want to point it out when it happens that I think Edzy kind of got a bad beat. And then in this instance... I'm just trying to explain that Edzy once again got unfavorable timing. That I think they made a good choice of opening that small blind 1 Arcana, and they didn't get the red seal jack with the death, and then Doc bought a later Arcana and did. And there's no real rhyme or reason as to favoring, why one person got the benefit and the other one did. There's no objectively right play. There was just luck involved in that decision. Any hoozy. We now have reserve parking, and we have business card for Mr. Edzy TTV. I do believe Edzy does need a lucky hit, which would be very unlucky not to get a single one here to get out of this blind. And they do indeed get 1 plus 20. Perfect 10,000 points. But yeah, Edzy being behind. Hello there, Brainstorm. Everyone, wave hi to Brainstorm. If you're a sub, you can go ahead and use the Brainstorm emote created by our Major League Balatro's own Nito. If only there was a way to remove that luck. I like having the luck in the game, Bean, and I don't want to remove it because just like the reason I love Texas Hold'em is I love variance. That's why I play Texas Hold'em instead of chess. Edzy does have 1 red seal, but we just got done saying, Sir Susie, that Doc got a little bit luckier with the tarot packs and was able to death theirs, while Edzy has not had the chance yet. Thank you for all the little brainstorms. Also, the luck that we're speaking to, Bean, about the death and the tarot packs would have absolutely 100% still happened with the order. It had nothing to do with it. I love we call it Lagumi. What do you mean I don't like bluffing? I literally gave it a name. I want to make Laguming shirts. I want to. And Doc does roll into the brainstorm. That would have been very bad, and kind of flipping would have been very fortunate for Edzy if they would have been the only holder of the brainstorm, which with the reserve parking play was kind of likely. But not only the reserve parking play, but also the comeback money definitely helped Edzy. But both players do find that brainstorm, and that would have been obviously that's a game saver for DrSpectred. Without that brainstorm, it is highly likely this game is kind of a foregone conclusion in favor of the Twitch man Edzy TTV.
Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
Why is it called Legoomy instead of beaming? Well, because beans
Sorry,
are
what?
legumes.
Don't
so
worry
it's
about it.
cuter.
Hmm.
The overlay did, but I'm covering up because we're using non integrated streams now. I'm just pulling them from Twitch. It is 1-1.
Oh yeah, I see how it is.
What do you mean? I don't even see how
Beard,
it
that is also.
Are you talking about
It's a
your lack
point.
of plus 20s?
Can Edzy draw
I'm willingly
the
blind to how
king
it is.
or Jack of Hearts? Only a few cards remain. Edzy absolutely making money here. Gonna play the full house.
Alright,
Gonna use the dusk to try and get this win here. This all really comes down to the plus 20. So far, 0 for Edzy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for
Okay.
Edzy.
I mean,
okay,
yeah,
and
for sure.
How many does Doc
I
get?
don't know.
But
Oh,
Doc does have a guaranteed plus 20 at the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so Doc is just luckier.
Okay. Not bad, not bad.
No, but Doc is
Okay.
farther ahead in
Alright,
the
good luck.
lucky queue, I do
luck.
believe. Really interesting chop here. I do think you could drop reserved for your teeny little egg. And start getting yourself some temperance value is a possibility. That golden ticket with Brainstorm is insane, but alas, not enough gold cards, I think, for either of these players to decide to do that. You're going to regret counting the hits there when you read the YouTube comments. I don't know why, but that sounds so threatening. I have no idea what's going to happen now. Malf has joined the match. We now have Olbap available to our players with a Brainstorm in a Dusk. You're about to start seeing, as the kids would say, the big number. This does favor Doc a little bit, who has already invested a few Jupiter cards into a level 3 flush. However, Edzy also has Flush House unlocked. I believe also has level 2 Flush House. So if we do get a heart hit for Edzy, they should be able to take the PvP, but it all depends on the draws. It depends on Ancient Juggler. There's a lot to go over at this point in time. Oh, did he say 6-7? That's the most old man take I think I have, is that what a dumb meme. Like, at least 6-9 like looked like the funny act that it's making fun of. And the crazy part is nobody can explain to me what it even came from. Which, I mean, to be fair, is kind of funny. That it just has become a funny thing and nobody has any idea why, but... Oh no, Perry. Oh no. It's a rap first? Yeah, but no one knows why it's a rap. Like, no one understands why it's a rap verse, if that makes sense. Like what the connotation of it is in the rap verse. But I mean, it's the same thing. We had our what was it? The Fetty Wap song. We also have, 9 plus 10 equals 21, right? Like, there's been a lot of versions of this. Nothing will ever trump fascist. Trump 69 though, in my opinion. Where did Edzy find the brainstorm? The same place Doc did, in the shop store. Don't say Trump and 69 in the same sentence. If I said what I wanted to say, I would be kicked off of Twitch. Unfortunately, I'm not going to say it. Really interesting to hear what Edzy does with the Death Fool. I think you just got it. You have to Death Fool the Red Seals here. And Edzy also had an opportunity, I do believe, to wild the Red Seals. I think Edzy chose money by keeping them lucky over that. Now, I don't know if I agree with that decision with only 2 lives remaining, but it is obviously showing its value here, up to $86 with that. Got an extra money hit that we did not see on the dock side with that. +2, you have a seat up. Oh, and there is the Ancient Joker for DrSpectred. So, do you think Edzy in Raffles cupboard, and what are the odds that he is? I do not believe Edzy is in Raffles cupboard. I would say less than a 0.1% chance. Now, if that does turn out to be a lifetime conspiracy, and I'm on, some crazy Netflix documentary, that would be interesting. So you're saying there's a chance? I mean, yeah, there's always a chance. Oh, do we grab Seltzer here instead of the rebate? And the answer is absolutely yes. In fact, I think there's an opportunity to maybe even grab the gift card instead of the business card. And the reason why you may do that if you're Edzy is that you're likely to replace business card at some point, and you would love to store some economic value in your collection of cards up here, where you can use it with Temperance. Often why Doc does that. But at the same time, we aren't really generating taros very reliably for either player. And we do get the heart hit, and we do get the skip from Edzy. So, of course, Doc could see something now in this shop that really puts them far ahead, like we saw last time with the Ankh. You do that if you are insane. Well, with the 20, if all my cards are lucky, I'd rather you're going to get enough 20 hits, you're fine. It's not a big deal. Bean's gonna rue the day he said that when Edzy very next turn gets an idol and has to sell a business card for the idol, and he could have had stored value from his gift card. Why money later and money now? Me, when I'm the U.S. financial market, I don't know. There's a joke there. I'm not gonna. I'm not smart enough to go through it, despite my economic degree. You know what? Doc, very unlikely, I think, here to see Seltzer. I think it's 2 re-rolls away, and we're already at $10 re-rolls. I don't even think Doc is going to re-roll again, so that is a difference in the favor of Edzy TTV, and that extra $20 hit really coming to fruition here. Something. No, Doc does re-roll because they hit the Hermit. Oh my gosh, the Hermit saving Mr. Spectred again. Well, not again. I don't think the Hermit saved him before, but incredible. I don't think Doc would have re-rolled if it was not for that.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I do. Is business card or rebate more money? I think business card. If you copy it.
It's a
Seltzer Dusk always stinks because you only get like 1 PvP of it. We got the Minecraft noises. Should I mess with them and play a soundboard? I can't do it mid game. It may sway the outcome of the match. But I want to so badly play a soundboard sound in the Discord call. I'll do it post game. Yeah. I'll make it sound like Doc is saying something and Edzy will be real confused.
Okay.
Once again, just looking for the 5th jack. We are trying to jack it right now on Edzy's side. And we drew all of them. We drew all the luckies, all the red seals. And Edzy in an extraordinarily great position here. Going to be able to copy Ancient Joker. Doesn't have to do it right away. They can wait for Doc.
Well, let's
although
see what you got.
It is to me. So, hold your horses there.
They didn't
As
get
if
the
I'm
same
not
suit
gonna
because
play
Edzy
this hand,
skipped.
no matter what.
Let's see.
Please don't say jacket on stream. What if I'm cold and I need a jacket? What the fuck? I don't get chat sometimes.
I think I gotta go for it. So, do one of those.
Holy.
Oh wow, Doc
Back over to you.
doubling Edzy's score here. All right, Edzy. How many $20 hits do they get? Is being right that we needed to keep business card. All right, Bean. I'll give it to you.
That is quite impressive.
Whoever has the lower score has to go next.
It cost me
plain hands.
So
Though you don't have to wait if you have the higher score.
if you've got that, then if I do this, I should probably. I don't think it's gonna, so I'm gonna do this instead, I think. No. That doesn't matter.
Edzy got a death fool where Doc didn't. And that was a really big difference
That.
in this game. Despite Doc getting the early death that Edzy didn't. These are a lot of random questions
it's on
from
its way.
chat, but I do love Camping with Steve. Great YouTube channel. Also, shout out to Steve. Been through a lot in the past few years.
Holy. Okay.
I see. Understandable.
So, Edzy winning that by
see you.
X11. Pretty close though, all things considered. The flush level's really coming out to help Doc a bit there. But in the end, the one extra red seal making a large bit of difference. Codemingo, why didn't lovers... that wouldn't have been enough. But that is a good point. That we did have lovers up in the Fool. Maybe Doc waiting for a death regardless. Showman tempting here. Yeah, an extra Brainstorm, Ancient, or Dusk is obviously very powerful. But it's hard to give up the amount of money. You could give up Seltzer. I think especially if you're in Doc's shoes, maybe not necessarily Edzy, where Seltzer actually is Econ. And we are going to glass our first red seal on Edzy's side. So we are beginning our triumphant march towards the glass red seal gambit. Of course, with Ancient Choker, that's always hard because Ancient Choker has to hit hearts. And when it's not on hearts, it's got a 1 in 3 chance of doing so. But you got to hit, and there's not much. You can't influence it like Idle. It's up to the Balatro gods for Ancient to hit and line up with your glass red seal card. The score is 1-1. A lot of money being made here for Edzy with the brainstorm on that business card. But of course, DrSpectred able to brainstorm the mail-in rebate. And unfortunately for Doc, draws a 5 there at the end. Interesting. Doc, I guess using the world card just to use it. I guess what Doc is going to do here is they're going to skip to have Seltzer for the PvP, maybe? Seance could have been a play for either of these competitors, absolutely. You could scrap Econ and go Seance, and then create 2 Spectrals with the Brainstorm if you're able to get that straight flush. You're not crazy. That's absolutely a play you could have made. Although we already have a lot of things we'd want from Seance, except for maybe you can't even Onk, so you really would only want Ectoplasm. That's really the only good hit from well, I guess a cryptid or Ectoplasm. And we do get an Invis Joker here. Now, granted, chat, I can't see it, but I do believe Edzy just popped it into the Joker spot. Yeah, always tricky commentating with an Invis Joker. John Cena is sneaky. Another glass for Edzy. You can't take the photograph here. You need to make as much money as you can before you have to sell business card, I think, for Invis. And you obviously don't want Invis to hit photograph anyway. Although the margins were so slim in the last PvP. I would get it if Edzy did sell business for it. You know, obviously Edzy attempting to give Doc the business, if you will, but we'll see how things fare for our competitor. Now you may be asking yourself, chat or Zeno, why do you consistently make terrible puns while you commentate? And can you please stop? And to those, I say no. It's not controllable. It's chronic, and it's not going to stop. So I'm so sorry. And then you may be saying, Zeno, why are you talking to yourself acting like you're a chatter when no one's saying that? And I would say back to you, well, chat, I didn't sleep enough today, so I think I might be hallucinating. And I'm sorry. Doc does have a couple purple seals. Unfortunately, no purple seals on the face cards, which would be, I think, more deathable targets. But it's always a fun game where you obviously want to death your red seals, but deathing purple seals means more taros to death the red seals later on. So it's like, how much do you invest in deathing those purple seals on Doc's side of things? And so far, there's just been no deaths to even have that decision, unfortunately, for Doc. But I would be curious if we do get some here in the near future, like at what point. And I think we're already past the point where Doc would feel comfortable maybe deathing purples. Ancient Joker hitting spades. Not a good hit for Edzy TTV. Another sun card is the Seltzer coming back for Edzy. Is that enough? I mean, Doc is getting... I doubt it. I don't think it's going to be enough. Edzy's going to have to hit a wild world card from one of the 2 purple seals. That's the only chance. Otherwise, the Seltzer does not matter.
Hello, Doc.
I don't think it would. I
Ooh,
mean, maybe if you
okay.
played all glass, but then you're risking all your glass.
Some interesting things in
Interesting.
the docket right
Classic.
This is game 3. The score is 1-1. We get a devil, which oh wait, we do have a couple jack. We have 2 jack of spades. But Doc, I mean, has their glass red seal on spades, so yeah, this is not looking bright for Edzy.
I think we can probably do one of those.
And then we get
Okay.
a chariot.
This is definitely very scary. I guess I have 2 lives left. Maybe it's not as scary as I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 lives. Maybe it's not that bad.
Yeah, Edzy is going to throw this PvP. Now, granted, if Edzy gets the heart hit here, they can skip and have Seltzer for next PvP, which is just something that Doc just will not have available to them.
Try it like this.
Well, of course, if Doc could roll into it. But Edzy would need an immediate hit. Otherwise,
let
one
me see
hand
what
played
you
and
got
you can't
first.
get the
Oh, right.
you can't get the
you
Seltzer
go.
and desk.
Holy.
It's the same score as last
Something for you
time.
to think about, I guess.
I think Edzy giving up. Well, wait. If Edzy copies Ancient, I think they may
Let's do it like this.
they maybe have it, but they're going for the money. I don't know. I might be wrong. I may be way off base, chat. But did Edzy have a possibility if they copied Ancient?
All right.
All right.
Good luck.
I don't think
Good
so.
luck.
Edzy was clearly just going for money there. He gets the heart hit.
When you
He's
solve
gonna.
this, right?
Oh, he gets rid of their advantage. I get it. I get why. Like Edzy would never know
Plus 2
to
hand
keep
size,
Seltzers
minus
to
1
play
hand.
there.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Edzy's unmuted
Double's
in the
fine.
Discord.
What about Faceless Joker for Econ?
I'm gonna leave the chat. Oh man. Thing is, Edzy has to skip. He got the heart hit, so yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but maybe you keep Seltzer there and then you invis and you just pray it doesn't hit the Seltzer, so you can have that extra retrigger. Because now, Edzy, if Doc does the same thing, doesn't skip, right? If they find anything in the shop, it could be GG. Huh? If you invis Seltzer, does it give you 10 to use? No, it copies it directly, so it would be 5. It would be... I understand what... Edzy's not skipping. Edzy is going to have a 1 in 3 chance to even have a possibility of winning this game now, because it can't hit hearts for the big blind. It can only hit hearts now in the PvP. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Bow wow. Little bow wow. That is an interesting call from Edzy. But definitely in this case, the obvious right play to sell Seltzer. Copying Dusk is going to garner you a possibility of more money, and you're going to win anyway. So, as you make your right call there, Doc using those purple seals gets another death. Doc now is going to be at 3 glass jacks, and Doc also has the huge benefit of. They're going to have 2 chances for it to hit spades, and I have to imagine if it hits spades, Doc is out of here. Doc is going right to the PvP. It's still 1-all. I've never read that copy pasta. Yeah, that copy... 22 seconds for that copy pasta political. Too late for dice. This entire game comes down to, does this hit hearts here? for Mr. Edzy. Make sure I'm talking out of the corner of my mouth, as Wout said. Edzy TTV. There's nothing to commentate here except obviously, the world card could make sense for you if you're Edzy to hold. It does give you a shot in the PvP if your thing misses to have a world card, because we could that is one of the but we're gonna probably miss out on a death is the issue here. Oh wait, we had no more discards anyway. Never mind. Good play from Edzy. Why is he... Oh, that's a heart card. That is why he's playing it. Had a little bit of lag there. Nothing to stress about, I presume. A lot more money on Doc's side of things. Obviously still having that mail-in and the rebate. Okay, that's... better copy pasta. Good job, political. It hit hearts. He's a genius. I can't believe. I could never. If that was me, that's 100% hitting clubs. 100% of the time. I can't believe it. This is a really interesting game where each player is building into a different suit with Ancient, and neither of them are going into Wilds. Because it really just feels like, whichever one the Ancient hits. I do think next round we'll see skips from either player if it hits, but it never hit once for Doc this time around. You gotta go with Chad here, Chadathy, because you're gonna be double brainstorming Ancient, I do believe. Well, will you be double brainstorming Dusk? Because you have Glass. 1.5, 1.5. Oh, we gotta do some math here, chat. We gotta do some math here. So, if we have red seal glass, let's just assume 5 because I don't want to do the math otherwise. 2 triggers of 1x2. And then you could have 2.5 x2s go 3 times. Or you can have 1.5 x. Nah, I think this is right. No, math is not banned. Calculators are banned. Roughly 40x. Better to copy ancient Urbine. Correct. Does Doc see the Chad? Doc does not see Chadathy. Chad is 40x. Oh, yeah. No. I thought you were saying this setup over copying Dusk with ancient photo and glass. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it. It also depends on their hands. I think Chad is just a much more straightforward play because you're also not guaranteed a full hand of glass. Oh, I gotta get back in the game room.
Welcome back.
Interesante.
Let's toss this.
I didn't even
I
commentate
thought
that
I had
Doc
a
found
plan,
the sun
and
full.
I might got a different plan.
Interesting.
I mean, that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
So does Doc go for
Me
it?
personally, I'm like kind of stuck with this plan.
Oh, there's just the one plan, you're kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
My condolences.
Purple just gave it to him? Oh my god. That's
It'll be
insane.
fine.
That's insane.
I trust you.
I knew he had the full. I thought he got the
expect it'll
sun
be
at the
fine.
very end of the shop. He just pulled that from a purple. These two just keep getting away with it. They keep hitting the 1-outers back and forth. I have never seen this. This is like if Turtle Bean played himself in that one negative brainstorm game. It's like who can hit one more 1-outer than the other player? A 1 in 17. Now does Doc have the opportunity? Can Doc win this? Because if they don't draw the jacks, it's not worth switching them to hearts because it's more likely to hit spades than it is hearts on this next round.
Yeah, I'm thinking the
You could just
same thing.
succeed this game regardless. Or succeed this round. Doc's got it. He's going for it. Doc is going for it.
Hmm.
You know, and Edzy not getting their draws. Both players not drawing. Wait. Edzy!
That's a tough one.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Okay, forget what I
What
said
is
about the
the right
1-outers.
answer?
We get the one way to lose for Edzy. That's insanely bad luck for Edzy. Oh my gosh.
Neither am I. I made a ballsy discard and was not rewarded for it, but I also wasn't punished for it, so it was net.
Well, Doc doesn't get it either.
Okay.
I don't know who wins. Chat.
I gotta go first.
Let's see.
And I think I gotta do it like that.
Oh, I forgot the extra justice. It's probably Doc.
And
Probably.
I think it's just that.
But the chat is better with the ancient, I think.
There we go, I guess. However much that is.
Also, nah, never mind. It doesn't matter. I was gonna say as you could put the lucky card second, but who cares? No. Okay, don't put it first. You have Chad. No breaks. Well, that means there's going to be no breaks on the
I
TTV
gotta
side of
do it.
things. Edzy, that is.
Only hand I got, so let's see it.
God. Multiplayer Balatro is so freaking good, chat. Write a letter to Taco Bell
Honestly,
Corporate.
I have no idea. I can't pretend like I know how much it calcs up
Yeah,
for this
It's
moment.
got to be
Okay.
close, right? Okay.
Double, right?
Turtle Bean
Oh,
with
a
the
little bit more,
X40 on the nose.
Oof. All right, good luck, good luck.
Good luck. See you in a bit.
It hit speeds. But now can Doc even skip for speeds? Doc went for the kill and it may kill them. This really hurts Doc because now all his glass is split between two suits because Doc went for the kill. It almost being the sun showing up almost a trap for DrSpectred because now it's going to be very hard. They're gonna. I mean, granted, Doc is making a lot of purple seals per round, and maybe you hold on to suit changers and try and get them all back on the same one, but it also needs to hit on the right one. This is really complicated for DrSpectred. I did Edzy's break. I was too focused on making sure the score won. We also have a lot of chariots that have showed up for Edzy, but here we go with a chariot on Doc side. Definitely still time for Doc. I would just say it's tougher for Doc because it's like, do you commit to a specific suit and then hope it hits? Do you hold on to suits and then try and do it mid-round? Like, we could do Fool and then we have to find the right suit joker. Hello, Ruffle. Thank you for the raid. We are witnessing an all-timer. It seems like every time, Ruffle, that you raid, we are witnessing like all-time multiplayer Balatro matches. This one has been one outer over after one outer over after one outer for both these competitors through this whole thing. We are on game 3. It is tied 1-1. It has been insane. We thought Doc was going to be able to get the knockout punch, but then both these players had bad draws, and the bad draw actually favored Edzy. And now Doc has his glass split between two different suits with the Ancient Joker. Doc finds the sun. He finds the sun. He has the Fool in hand. He should be able to skip. Oh my gosh. There you go. So that's what Doc needed to come back from that kind of split suit. Is he needed to find the right suit in the shop to fit with the Ancient so he could skip, and I do believe we do see a skip coming. Yes, a Ruffle, you can absolutely find it at the Major League Balatro YouTube channel that you all can subscribe to. And all revenue from the Major League Balatro YouTube channel goes to production value, as well in the future, hopefully to adding onto our charity prize pool, and of course funding the creators. Thank you so much for your continued support for Major League Balatro. Now back to the action. Edzy already wanted the heart hit. All of his glass was already on heart, so we're going to have a really manu-y-manu matchup here. Now, the one thing is this may favor Edzy because Edzy doesn't have to hold on to a full sun going into this. Everything is already hearts for Edzy. So, mid-round, Edzy could possibly get deaths or justices or chariots from those purple seals to add on to the final score. That could end up being the small little difference in this game because Doc is forced to hold the Fool in the sun into the PvP when they're about to skip and change those spade jacks into heart jacks. W ad read? No, that was off the top. That was off the noggin. I could do commercials. A Bloodstone? No, right? Bloodstone's absolutely never it. Unless, is it? No, right? There's no way over Chadathy. Nah, there's no way because we're copying Ancient. We're getting 3.25 and a 2x. Even if we copy Dusk, nah, there's no, I don't think so. Yeah, Chad is also bad draw insurance. Well, Perry, they do have E numbers after like E20. We accidentally, Gabe set it too high. What if Bloodstone simply hit 100% of the time? Well, Bean, you'd be right. Oh, wait. Doc has 2 lives. This whole time I thought Doc had 1 life. I thought this was going to be a lot more important than it was. I mean, still very important. Obviously, every life matter or every PvP matters here. That's his own life. But I thought this was the final one. No jumbo standard for Doc. And he has not used a singular discard this entire game, so he gets $1. We are entering the multiplayer zone.
Welcome back.
I am being told I'm sweating.
He is a sweat.
That's not a bad draw.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice first flush for Doc to force Edzy to play first. Though I don't think Edzy having to play first is going to affect Doc's decision whatsoever in the end. Oh, I am shocked that Edzy is using a jack here. But I guess they have so many red seals, they're very confident they'll find them again. But we saw what happened. Also, I'm getting breaking news that Jonathan Kuminga did indeed sign with the Warriors for like the same deal they've been offering all summer. Is that true, or is he signed with someone else? Yeah, 2 years, $48 million. Huh, that's funny. Oh, this is tough for Edzy because a Chariot is pretty good to hold. Though, of course, you want to get that one last purple seal value. Yeah, I guess you can make that decision. Oh, is he going for the flush house? No, going flush 5. When you have dust, don't play that. Okay.
Interessante.
He's looking at what's better, the flush house or the flush. Flush house at 38. Don't tell me he accidentally plays with 3 hands remaining. My God. Oh, I was so scared. No, stop doing that, Edzy. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have a heart attack. And this game's just for somewhat first place bragging rights and seeding. Think about when we get to the playoffs.
Like double check every card.
Callie, you think these guys have benefits? Are you kidding me? What kind of communist society do you think I'm running in Major League Balatro? All right. I do. Oh no, Doc's got this. They got the Death Fool. That is.
All right, here's what I got.
That extra purple seal was the death. That's insane. Oh man. Well, GG. I mean, very well played by both competitors. And again, the one outer. If that's not a death, that fool does nothing.
Great.
Doc has to know he beats that, right? Like, I don't think it's really that close either.
But I suppose this is an option.
His flush 5's on level 1. Edzy did have X. I don't know. I don't think X3 is going to be enough to make up for it. And a 1.5 from the extra steel and the Chad. Maybe that is enough. I don't know. It's going to be way closer than I originally had thought.
Holy, okay. Let's go. Another close one.
It was the red seal steal.
Last life, last stock scenario.
Oh my God.
See you in a bit.
I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. What? How much glass did we break? I didn't even see. Oh, did we have any crunch? We need an instant replay. Wasn't Dusk better there? I don't believe so. But I would... No, I don't think so, because I think the red seal makes it so the Ancient's better. Oh my gosh. Edzy, it just won't go. And the funny thing is, Doc keeps getting insane Terra pools to make it that close. This is ludicrous. This is absolutely early aughts R&B and hip hop. Shout out Ludacris. Ludacris hasn't done anything bad, right, chat? Please tell me. Please not Ludacris. We can like Ludacris, right? Doc had another glass card. Well, then it would have been 4 of a kind. So Doc had to play the flush 5 because you can't play 4 jacks and another heart for a flush. He was in the Fast and Furious movie. Oh, then it's all about family. Absolutely a great guy. No, the Fast and the Furious movies are objectively incredible family-friendly fun that teach the values of the nuclear family to in the value of speed, right? Because everyone knows driving really fast on the highways how you prove to people that you're actually cool. All right, so we're on diamond. I mean, both these players need the heart hit from Ancient. I mean, that the crazy part is if Ancient doesn't hit hearts, I think it favors Doc, who has a lot more wild cards. But it really would lead to an intriguing match. I have no idea where we would go. Uh-oh, there's a controversy tab? No, don't tell me that, Nikki. Don't tell me that, please. And then lose Wikipedia controversy section as Republicans getting mad at him. Oh wait, that's amazing. That's good. That's positive. Someone's talking to my wife at the door, and just usually no one comes up to her apartment, so I'm just kind of curious who it is. Yeah, never mind. Lucas is to go. Okay, awesome. All right, back to this. Edzy still needs to find... Yeah, he's got a lot of wild kings. He will be fine here. I do think you just got to deal with deathing that 2 into a jack. Oh, I guess you... What are we doing? What are we doing here? Oh, I guess we're going to play... It's ludicrous at the door. Did you play any sports? I played every sport growing up. In high school, freshman year, I played baseball, basketball. Sophomore year, I played lacrosse and basketball. Junior year, I played lacrosse, basketball, and football. And then senior year, I just played football, lacrosse. And then I coached baseball and lacrosse for a long time after high school. Is that GG? No. Edzy's fine. Edzy's fine. I'm just shocked he hasn't deathed the red seal yet. We do have an immolate on Doc's side, but I think it's just too scary to lose a glass red seal at this juncture in the game. I played midfield. I played defensive shorty until senior year, and then I played I played attack. I played offensive midfield. We had really good players that were older than me, so they were just too good for me to ever play on offense. But I led my team in points senior year. Chad has been the equalizer this game. And now Doc does have that. So it's going to be... Well, first of all, we have to see does Ancient even hit. I mean, that's going to be a whole question of it within itself. if Ancient hits here for the final blind. If not, it's going to come down to who has more if it does, it's going to be who draws more glass. If it doesn't, it's going to be suit changers. It's going to be a wild scramble. He sold photo for chat. Same decision here for Edzy. I don't believe they can take the Immolate. I just think it's way too big of a risk when you don't have that many glass red seals. I think both of them are at 4 or 5. We do get an Emperor here. We do find a Justice. So, I mean, you know what? Something that the U.S. is severely lacking, provided here in Balatro. We have, how many red seals did we have for Edzy there? He flashed the screen way too quickly. I think I counted 4. But Doc told me always immolate. Yeah, I guess Doc is a liar. Oh, we could have glassed our red seal chariot there. Well, I guess you just keep it as a steal for now. But I find it difficult to hold on to this Justice. I think I would have made that decision. Yeah, Greninja, I think I Justice there because then it opens up both my consumable slots if I need them to switch suits, and we do get diamonds. Oh my god, this game just got complicated. So, Doc is holding a Fool. Doc needs to find a star. If Doc doesn't find the star, I don't know what happens. Don't ask me. This just got complicated. Ladies, gentlemen, they, thems, everybody else. He glassed a Heart King. Very interesting choice. I don't think Edzy's been aggressive enough into the red seals, but yeah, I thought they leveled up Flush 5 a couple of times. Did get the $20 hit there for Edzy. No star so far. It rhymed. For DrSpectred, but does have that Fool, and if we do see a star, that could mark GG for Edzy, who maybe doesn't have that Fool heading into this. It all comes down to this. It really does. Oh, you could take hallucination. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's nothing to sell for hallucination. It's like you can pray you get the star card, but you'd be down like a Chad or something. Okay, I mean, this is big from Edzy. You could tarot block. We also found a death. Okay. Okay, so we're probably... I think you open the Arcana pack, you then sell the Hierophant, and you Emperor for a star. Right? That's what you gotta do. It doesn't get it. Oh, man, that would have been such a sick play. Oh, and Edzy's gonna have to hold the death. Gets a world card. We don't need the world. Oh, he found the smeared. He had smeared instead of Chad. And then it all comes down to if Doc finds a star in the purple seals. Oh my god. And you look at the difference in the economy. 828 to 647. This is really where it's come in. It's just the Chad has provided so much more economy for Edzy by being able to triple copy Chad on these luckies to give $20 hits, to triple copy Chad on the gold seals, and it's led to a huge economic kind of lead that I've really failed to mention how important it's been, and it finally comes to fruition here, having that Chad much longer than Doc. By being able to roll farther and find the smeared. I don't believe Doc saw this deep. And again, if we find a star, Doc
Oh
wins
boy, oh boy.
this. But if we,
You can see the
this all
decision I
comes down
just
to
made.
these 2 or 3 purple seals.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all this comes down
It
to.
was definitely an oh.
Okay.
A gift from God? Thank you. I like to think I'm pretty great. You'll have to call me a gift from God on unaviated, but I do appreciate it.
All right, let's try this.
He gets a lovers and a fool, so it couldn't make. You could. Is it worth switching your glasses? Oh, this is so confusing. I don't know what's better. How many more purple seals does Doc have? I think they have 1 more. Losing glass is worse, I think, than just copying Dusk with the glass. I can't believe a smeared show up. Again, the 1 outer, right? I guess the 2 outer, because you could have gotten a star as well deeper in the shop. It was a star smeared or idol or something. I guess there's a couple things you could have got.
And then
But idol would have had to been set.
Great question. Absolutely great question. I'm thinking the exact same thing. 21 cards.
All right. You're first to play.
Yes.
And then we'll see.
I mean, Edzy got the perfect draw. Gets the red seal steal, gets 2 other steals in hand. Death's the final glass card. Triggering 3 times, scoring 3.5 multiples of 2.
Ooh.
Oh.
I got my hand, so it's the best I can do.
Okay. It hasn't shown up yet. It hasn't arrived yet. Okay.
That's not good.
So, all right. That means we
There's
got to do this.
1 purple seal. If Doc pulls a star out of the final purple seal, I'm out. I'm gone. You're not going to see me. No more commentator for the rest of the day. The stream will just be the chair. We have a 1 in 15 chance because we are blocking the fool and the lovers. Well, of course we have to draw the purple.
Okay. There's 1 shot. That's not it.
No, they didn't even draw it. I wanted the.
I guess that's it then. All right.
Doc didn't even get 5 jacks. That stinks.
It actually doesn't matter.
GG.
Good game.
Oh my.
Ah, you got the smear joker.
Yeah, my ancient hit diamonds. I assume it did for you too.
Yeah.
But I had the
Okay,
money to
okay,
roll
okay.
and just smeared, so I tossed Hanging Chad for it.
Yeah. Same number of red seals. 4 glass, 4 glass.
I had 5. I had a full 5. 5 red
Okay,
seal.
okay.
I think 1 broke, and I got really lucky in my entire hand. I had my red seal steel and 2 or more steel cards, so I had a full hand.
Mm.
It was near perfect. Other than the
Did you have a
Smear
steel
Joker.
card in the previous PvP? It was like E16 to E15.
Sorry, what was the question?
In the previous PvP, did you have your steel cards?
He had a red seal steel, but more importantly, Edzy found a Chad before you found the Chad a couple antes ago, and that was a bit more score. So the Chad and the red steel seals what gave the times to.
Yeah, I had both the red seal steel because I had I think a chariot in the hand, and then I didn't play flush 5 there. I had played my flush house was much better, so I had 4 red seal jacks, and I could play 3 red seal glass and 1 red seal steel, and field. I
Sure,
fielded,
yeah. Well, I mean, great game. That was exhausting,
GGs.
but
Yeah,
that was,
those were absolutely great games.
yeah.
Oh,
Good job, man.